Welcome to the JustZoSho. I'm your host, JustZo, and this is episode 26. 26, y'all. Episode 26. I never thought I would be doing something like this, especially this far, episode 26. Wow. But I do it for us. I do it for the love. I do it for myself because I love doing this. And you guys, like, when you still doing it? Yeah, I'm still doing it. We just be on some others. Well, I'll be on some other stuff. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes it be me, but it happens. So here we go. You know, we don't just I don't just kick it. We don't just talk up here. Like, we do remixes and stuff, songs you like, songs we like, however. So if there's anything you would like to suggest to me or us, feel free. Want to see if we can make it happen and, feel good about it, because that's what we like to do here. We like to put our spin on things. I'm going to just say that. And then I also want to add this too. This is not scripted. This ain't a script that we go off of. This not something that I'm sitting here reading. Like, I have some papers in front of me pointing out viewpoints that we talked about or I may want to talk about, but for the most part, I'm just talking and it's just coming from me, how I feel about something and what I think about it. It's not scripted. It's not like the people that work with me. They may not even agree with what I'm saying, but it's just me, just one person. So therefore, I say that to say, don't try to, make it seem all bad or whatever. If it's a viewpoint you don't agree with me, that's me. And if you don't like it, I'm more than willing to discuss it. I have no issues with talking about anything that happened or may not happen. That's just me. But I want to add, I celebrated my 51st birthday this past Wednesday. Yes, y'all, I turned 51 years old. Yeah. I don't feel it though. Definitely don't feel it. I mean, how you supposed to feel at 50 and 51 or whatever? I don't know, but I feel good. And I have my moments here and there, but I feel good. And it's not really nothing physical wrong with me other than me being in a wheelchair and not having any legs. But for the most part, I'm fine. That's not, not messing with me at all. I made peace with that a long time ago. But for my birthday, I went and hung out at Rim like I normally do with my folks. But they had to leave on an emergency run. So my one home girl, Sherry, she takes her special needs sister and her friend bowling around the corner from the rehab. So I went there and kicked it with them for a while and went on and went home. The older we get, the more simpler we want things. Well, I like to think that because that's all I really cared about. Just seeing somebody hollering at them for a minute and then going on home. That was my intentions to do at RIM, but since they had that emergency, hey, I still got to kick it, and that's cool with me. Now, I want to explain about, call it Garden Lanes, Majestic Theater. Y'all know where it's at, right there on Woodward. That's where we go bowling every Wednesday. But since it's been cold, We don't do that through the winter season, but we may start back up in March or April, and from that on till like November, every Wednesday we go bowling from 4 to 6. They give us like free food and drinks. It's not really free. It's a RIM sponsored event, so RIM pays for it, but we go and we participate. We benefit from it, and we could bring our families and friends and all. It's just a big old good old thing, and I dig it. Because there's not a lot of things that's geared to us disabled people, but we still do what we do. We still try to make a life out of this situation because that's just who we are. That's just it. We don't be on no woe it's me type thing or why this and that. Now, there are some that do. There are still some assholes. And I say this often. For those people that are that way, they were that way long before they injury, long before they became in a wheelchair. They just used the wheelchair or they're disabled they just used that as an excuse to be more of an asshole than they already were. But they need to chill because people still do whoop their ass. People will still do that. You rubbed them the wrong way. So don't think you invincible. Don't think you're untouchable because that is not the case. That is not the case. People. I'm gonna say this because for my birthday, I was feeling good, but at the same time I wasn't because of my last birthday and everything that happened with it. I had a great old time, and everything that happened since then, I was really not in a good mood in a sense, but I made myself go out and I'm glad I did. Sometimes people, when we get in those moods, we got to just get up and go. Don't just sit there and wallow in that. Don't just sit there and be that way. I mean, sometimes every once in a while, you might have to sit there and swallow that pill. But when it start becoming days and you continuing to feel that way, that's not good. Get out that house. Go do something, anything. Just get out and get going. And that's what I did because, man, going through it, but got to get through it, But I was saying about the Majestic Theater and being with the disabled group that I be with and stuff, I've been dealing with them for about 7, 8 years, and it's a beautiful thing. Like, I remember when they first used to try to get me to come and hang out with them. And for the first couple years of my injury, I just went to therapy and went home. I ain't want to talk to nobody. I ain't want to deal with nobody. But, that was just that. And I forgot what made me decide to do it, but I'm glad I did. Because I've been hanging with them ever since. And, it's all love. And I appreciate that. There's some good people there. It's some more solid folks that's disabled than there are people that's got all their limbs and are healthy. I really don't know how they became that way. But, us disabled folks, I've seen the game before. They feel like they can run game on us. I mean, but the thing is, we are physically disabled, not mental. So please keep that in mind. Physically, not mentally. And if we were mentally, we still ain't that crazy that we just gonna let you say or do any damn thing to us because that's not gonna happen. So again, keep that in mind. This just came to mind, like, the season with it being so cold and stuff. And I'm glad the snow melted here in Detroit. I'm glad it melted. I mean, we still got big old mountains here and there and stuff, but I'm one of those ones who I don't get cold easily. You know, I be hot pretty much all the time. Like I'm warm as hell now, but that's just me. So the cold don't bother me like everybody else. When they like, oh, I wish it this, that, nah, I'm cool with it. The summer, man, that's when I really stay in the house or try to, because that heat is something special. You know what, y'all? I've been thinking lately about getting a dog. And I don't want just any dog. I don't want them little bitty ankle biters. You know what I mean? Like them chihuahuas, anything like that. I want a dog. When you hear it bark, you know it's something back there. Like, oh no, I don't know if I want to tussle with that. I want something like a cane corso or something like that. And I feel like that'll be a good thing. Got to get things more situated and stable at my crib though before I to bring that up to my life, because that's a dog is down there like a child. You got to raise it, train it, teach it, all that good stuff. And I don't have the time to do that right now. Not at all. A couple of weeks from now, I'll be heading to Chicago to go and hang with the family. That's my dad's side of the family. That's where he from and stuff. So it's all good there. And I've said this before too, but all cities are pretty much the same. You got your good and your bad. And I feel like whatever environment you are involved in, that's what you're going to witness. If you doing that drug game or whatever, I mean, I've been there before, as far as drug game wise, but I never did that in Chicago or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure if I was trying to continue it, then I would see what I would see. It's not like innocent folks don't get anything done to them. Stuff happens, life happens. But if you are in the midst of that life, if you are doing those kinds of things, then more than likely you're going to see what you're going to see. Like I said, I've been going to Chicago for over 10 years now. And every time I went, it's been all love. But I go and visit family. I don't go and try to venture out and do other things. But even though it's a bar around the corner from my uncle's house, and I don't went and hung in there, you know, it's kind of like felt like an old school vibe in there, and it was all good, all love. And hey, I'm cool with that. I have no issue with it at all. We just got to live life and try to have fun while doing it. Life is real serious, and we don't need to be so damn serious till we can't even smile. No, you got to smile. You got to laugh. You got to enjoy it. Try to enjoy it. Long as it's not at the expense of others, where you are hurting someone, doing something bad to them, then so be it. Do what you do and let it be done. Just live your life. Oh, man. What a life. People, I want to go on a cruise. And I've never been on one. And I've heard you want to experience like a 5-day or 7-day cruise, because a 2-3 day cruise is not really hitting on anything. Like you damn near, it's like you get there and you damn near, as soon as you turn around, you gotta leave. And I want to experience some things, I don't want no quick weekend memory. That don't do nothing for me. Like I would hate going places now that I'm grown and hang out for a weekend, because I feel like I'm not getting enough of what I really want there. But hey, I feel like most holidays, anyway, I feel like they for kids, you know. I feel like the most important day of our life, it should be our birthday because that's the day we were born. That's the day we came here. You know, that's the day our mom pushed us out or they C-sectioned us out. However you got here, you here now. And you need to celebrate that. However you do, at least get a cupcake, put a candle in it if you just one of the ones that feel like you can't do it. Because, you know, life, again, is serious enough. And we need to get our smiles and laughs as much as possible. I know this year, 2024, I plan on doing just that. You know, last year was awful for me, and I want this year to be better. And just because I want it to be better don't mean it's gonna happen if I'm just sitting back waiting for it to get better. Nah. I'm must try to go out and get it, you know. Go out and live it. Make things better for me. Me and mine if possible. That's what I would definitely like to do, but at the moment, I just wanna just live life and see what's what. People. I know I'm just been rambling on, but I'm just saying basically, y'all know my theme is all about love. And there's not enough of it out there, not enough being experienced. So therefore, I try to speak on it and talk about it. I don't always want to speak on anything negative. I'm so tired of the news that I feel like they should have a channel with just good news on it. Like, all you hear about is good things that's happening and people doing or whatever, because it's bad enough out here. Like I said, life is serious enough, man. You just don't know how serious it can be. But still got to live it. Our ancestors are dependent on us to live it and to train the ones that coming behind us. So we got to make it happen. Well, people. I think this is it for me. Yeah, I think this is it. I think I'm going to stop it right here. But like I said before, this is not scripted. This is me just speaking from the top of my head, what they call off the top, and a rap cipher or something. This is just me talking, saying how I feel. So if you like or dislike anything that I may have said, thank you and my apology. This is Big Zo, Just Zo, signing off, and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. Peace.